Guys, and welcome back to my video. In this video, we're going to talk about the future provider. So the future provider is almost the same as the basic provider that we talked about in our first video, but the difference is that the future provider is for asynchronous code, right? So the future provider is typically used for performing and catching asynchronous operations such as network requests, and also it is also used for handling errors or loading states of asynchronous operations. We can also use it to combine multiple asynchronous values into another value. Okay, so one of the main benefits of using the future provider is that if we use it with the reference.watch, this combination allows automatic refetching of some data when some variables change, right? Ensuring that our data is always up to date. But the only drawdown of the future provider is that it does not offer us a direct way of modifying the computation after a user interface. So it is just designed for using simple use cases. So in the case that you want a user to modify the computation using the user interface, then we have to check the state notifier provider, which is now called the notifier provider in riverpod, right? So let's move into our code, and then let's just take a look at this example. So here I have this fake data here that I've created, which is just a simple list that is going to display products. And then inside our repository folder, I have the product repository. So this product repository is we have declared this final variable, which is a future products provider. Which is a future provider, which is going to be a list of our products. So these products are already in our application, so they are not an asynchronous activity. So to make it an asynchronous activity, what I've done is I've just used this future.delay, which is going to just delay by 5 seconds, right? So making it more of like it's coming from a server, right? And then I've made this function asynchronous since it's a future. So this is the future provider, right? So if we move into into our user interface, I have this future provider widget. So inside our future provider widget, what we simply have to do is instead of extending it as a stateless widget, we just extend it as a consumer widget. So this consumer widget, what it does, it allows us to just consume riverpod providers, right? Inside our build method, I have introduced this parameter, the widget reference. So what the widget reference does, it allows us to listen and read to providers, right? If you still remember from our first riverpod video, if you have not watched that video, make sure you watch it. So this example is almost similar to the one when we use the state notifier. So if you've not watched the state notifier video, make sure you watch it. So this now to access the products from our product repository. This is our product repository. We have a future products provider. What we simply have to do is we declare this final variable, which is products, is goes to reference.watch. So what we are doing is we are just watching this future products provider, right? We are just watching this future products provider. And then what we then do inside the board, we just say products.when. The nice thing about riverpod, it allows us when, and then we access the data from the products repository. And the nice thing about riverpod is that it has methods such as the error. For example, if we are getting data from our server and then it happens that there is an error, this error method will simply display this error text when there is an error from our server. And then if it happens that there is a delay in getting our data from the server, the nice thing about riverpod is we have this loading method which will display a circular progress indicator to show that to show the user that our data is still loading from the server, right? So if we just go into our emulator, and then we go into click this future provider, as you can see. As you can see, there's a delay. You can see that it's still loading for 5 seconds. And then you can see that now it displays the products in our user interface. as you can see. So that was it on the FutureProvider. If you like this video, please make sure you like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and make sure please you share this video with your friends. And make sure you also check the playlist on riverpod for state management. Thanks for watching. Cheers.